Hi friends, and welcome back to today's YouTube video where I'm going to be telling you guys how to make notes you can actually learn from. I feel like there are hundreds, thousands of different ways that you can make notes, different tips about how to make notes, but the real question is, how many of you actually learn from the notes you make? Thought so, but it's fine. It is fine because I was literally in the same position as you guys. I was making endless notes and not learning from any of them. I was just making notes to make notes, copying and pasting information just to feel productive, just to feel like I was doing something, when honestly I just wasn't learning from my notes. It was a waste of time. But don't worry, by the end of this video I'm hoping to give you guys more clarity on how you should go about making notes that you can actually learn from. For those of you who are new here, hi, my name is Liddy and I'm a first year medical student from Bucks under London. Support this channel by subscribing and be sure to give this video a thumbs up as well. The first key thing on making learnable notes is color coordination. I am a childish visual learner. I need color to be sprinkled on things just to give it a bit of personality and just for me to be able to learn from it. What I mean by color coordinate is that a color has a certain meaning within my work. For example, I use dark blue to write down headings, purple to write down subheadings, and I might use yellow to highlight any really important phrases. It doesn't mean go overboard and make your notes look like a rainbow. No, you use specific colors for specific important things. If you went around highlighting every word, you wouldn't be able to differentiate what's important to what's there for your understanding. So definitely have like a color code of your notes and write it down somewhere. If you want to know more about how exactly I personally color coordinate my notes, then be sure to watch this video here and the link for it will be in the description box below. Talking about being childish, it's really important to simplify concepts, and I usually do this in the form of diagrams, in the form of really weird storylines or little squiggles and pictures, and I make sure that this all makes sense to me and that it's personal to me. A concept that I don't understand might not be the same concept that another peer doesn't necessarily understand, so make sure that all the storylines you're making or the diagrams you're drawing to explain stuff are specific for you. So I can take this information right here. There's so much to learn from that. Just looking at it is demotivating me from learning it, and I can immediately turn it into this. That is childish. I love it. I'll be able to learn from it. A bit of colors here and there, and it's just easier to learn from. When something looks appealing to you, you actually genuinely want to take a look at it, and that means that you will actually genuinely want to do work a bit more, and it might give you that motivation that you need. And it's also soothing as well, because when you're faced with a really difficult topic that you just can't get your head around, I know that I will simplify it and make it easier for me so I don't have to feel overwhelmed when faced with hard topics. Like, I'll look at a really difficult topic and I'll just tell myself, it's fine, I'm going to simplify you into a diagram. It's okay. So literally don't worry about it, just try it out for yourself. Talking about drawing stuff, images are really useful as well to support your notes. If you have an electronic device, then I'll definitely suggest copying and pasting images into your notes to really have a visual representation of what you're trying to learn. Or if you're handwriting, then there's nothing wrong with doing a sketch. Like, you don't have to be an artist at all. So the next thing you should do to make your notes learnable is use abbreviations and symbols. Using symbols,
I just get so touchy about the subject.
like, I love using symbols in my notes. When you're able to use symbols to replace words, it actually makes your writing very concise and easy to learn from. For example, less ATP makes you more tired. You can literally make that even a tiny bit shorter by just saying less ATP implies more tired. That makes life easier for me, and I genuinely am able to learn from notes that look like that. Make sure that you use symbols that you do understand. You don't want to start putting symbols to represent every single word you write in your notes, because it might make certain concepts lose their meaning. So I don't apply these symbols everywhere, just where it's applicable and just where I know that if I was to look back at my notes, I will understand what is going on and what I'm trying to say. So don't overdo it, just sprinkle a bit of it here and there in your notes. My next point would be to definitely separate your notes a little bit and put headings to compartmentalize everything. I feel like it's definitely easier said than done. Sometimes when we're rushing and we have so much work to do, we forget those basic things, but they're actually really important when it comes to being able to learn from from your notes when you look back on it. You don't just want a box of text just slapped onto the paper. You want small manageable quantities to really allow your revision to also be in small manageable chunks. It really helps with revision as well, because you might find one subtopic easier than another subtopic, so it means that you're able to really target your learning and not waste time going over things you already know. On top of this, in terms of splitting up your notes, I personally really enjoy making my notes in the form of like a Q&A format. And when I say that, I mean that I might read an information from my lecture and then I need to be able to regurgitate that in a Q&A format. I won't do this for every single thing I write down, because it is a bit time consuming, and with some situations it doesn't always work, but where I can, I will write something in the form of a question and an answer, because when I'm looking back at my notes, it means that I'm almost passively doing active recall, which is really important in memorizing information. For example, when the sun is out, you drink more water. So this is a really simplified example. So I will take that and then I'll write, what happens when the sun is out? You drink more water. It's so simple, but it's so significant for your learning as well. My next point would be to try different note-taking styles. What will work for one subject won't necessarily work for another subject, and that is okay. Definitely adapt to the subject. For example, history is really important to write down those key dates, and it might be useful for you to do that in chronological order. Geography, you might benefit more from visual representations, from images, so definitely take that into consideration when note-taking, because that could inhibit your learning if you're not consuming information the most effective way for that specific subject. And that is it for how to make notes you can learn from. And remember, note taking is all fun, but don't take notes in vain. You don't want to take notes to waste your time and for banter, so make sure you look over them so that you actually learn from them, or you are ultimately wasting your time. I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you was able to take something away from it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, follow this channel on Twitter, and also turn on your post notifications. Let me know if you want to see more videos like these in the future. I will be sure to see you for another video soon. Bye.